Hi, my name's Willow.
Hello, everybody.
And I'm Willow James.
How's everyone doing?
We're doing good. Very good.
We're in the kids'
Bye.
room.
And also, Brown cleaned up the bed. Brown cleaned up the bed. Brown cleaned up the bed.
All right. How's everyone doing tonight? Dude, what?
Dude, what?
Good evening. Happy Friday. Who's off work? Stop doing that. Who's off work for the weekend? Not Johnny, my husband. He's working. Stop. He's working this weekend. I'm clearly always working. I feel like I'm in like a corrections facility. Like maybe I'm a corrections officer. That's how I feel as a mother. Or like a lawyer in court all day. I'm just bartering and negotiating and disciplining. It's great. So anyway, how's everybody's week been? It's been some crazy times over here. I'm making some ketones right now to get through the evening. Got heart to heart. That's Willow's hand. She's saying hi. So, listen. Let's talk about some things. Before I get into the keto conversation, I just wanted to update you guys on what's new in my life.
I want to see my fish.
So, the past few weeks have been rough. On Memorial Day,
I want to see my fishing.
my mom... Hey, I'm about to leave this room if you don't get your act together.
But I want to see my fishing.
On Memorial Day, my mom fell and hurt her knee that she had hurt last year. But luckily, there were no breaks or anything. But she has a bone bruise, which is pretty painful. So if you've ever had a bone bruise, you probably know, but it's pretty excruciating pain. So we're just trying to rehabilitate. That's too much. Put the rest of that back. So mom's in rehab. She's trying to heal. The kids are like at this age where they're just nuts, like all day long. Like they wake up at 7, they're balls to the wall, they're screaming, they're fighting, they're yelling. Willow is just in a really like pushy stage where she's just like pushing all the limits. He's destructive, so it's just a little wild and chaotic in the house. And then Johnny's back to full speed at work. So, they are fully like operating. So he's back on his regular schedule, which is a crazy schedule, 12-hour shifts. And our sweet puppy, Lucy, it was actually Johnny's dog first, but we've been together 10 years and she's 11. So she's essentially my baby too. We lost her. So, she had some issues going on internally, so that was rough, like I haven't really felt that kind of grief since my dad passed away, and so I've been really struggling with that. And my headspace has been awful. Like it's been a mess, Yeah, I'm out. So I've been like struggling with my mentality and staying positive and trying to, keep it upbeat and uplifted. But it's not easy when you're grieving, it's not, it's insanely difficult actually. I'm sorry, y'all. My kids, I'm telling you, they are tyranny. Like, I can't do anything. Nothing. If anybody has toddlers and you feel me, like, comment below. Because, dude, holy crap. I mean, it's a miracle I don't have like a head full of gray hair at this point. Ketones for the win. So anyway, you know, it's just been rough in the house. You know, it's been sad, and you know, I have some family. You know, one of my family members, she's not doing so well either. So it's just like heavy in the house, you know. And that's natural. And like, I have to remind myself, like, it's okay to feel these feelings. It's okay to feel these feelings of grief. And a lot has resurfaced with my father passing away back in 2014. I mean, it's like grief never leaves you, you know? Grief never leaves you. It never changes. You learn to move on because the world keeps going and you have to keep going. And, you know, you have to remember, like, they want you to keep going, right? And so, and that's part of why I started this journey last year, is like, I was tired of just wallowing in this self-pity and this grief and the, you know, why me? You know, why didn't he get to be at my wedding? Why didn't he get to see me succeed? But you know what? This is life, and this is what God has had planned. So this is how it's supposed to be, and I have to accept that and have faith. And that's what I do every day, and I try to remind myself and keep myself motivated. But I want you to remember, like, it's okay to have sad days. It's okay to feel down in the dumps. It's okay to feel like you just need to stop for a second and feel it. Because I think that it's natural to feel those feelings, and it's vulnerable, and it's comforting, and it's therapeutic. And I think you should always be in touch with those feelings, and you should always strive to learn the lesson in those feelings. What is this teaching me? So, you know, that's part of like something I do every day. And, you know, this is any journey you take in life, whether it be your health, your career, your finances, your fitness, whatever it is, you know, you've got to always have faith, always find a way to motivate yourself daily, because no one's going to do it for you. You can read all the happy quotes you want, but unless you feel it and believe it, you know, it's never going to come to fruition in your life. So without further ado, let's have a conversation about keto and ketones. You know, now you know why I've started, why I began this journey. And it was not solely to lose weight. Like, I wasn't like, oh, I want to lose 20 pounds, me. No, I was miserable. I was tired of not taking my health seriously. You know, I didn't really grow up in a family that was like, I mean, yeah, they were like, eat your vegetables so you can grow strong, whatever. But, you know, like, we didn't have good eating habits. I didn't, certainly as a child. And as a teenager, I was a trash can. I ate whatever I wanted. So, you know, I didn't have any habits, right? So I had to learn everything. And, I'd watched a friend go on this ketogenic journey and kind of feel it out, you know, and keto is not sustainable for a lot of people. It's just too many restrictions. But in my opinion, I feel like it's the least restrictive kind of diet there is. And it doesn't have as much potential for a yo-yo effect, but hey, you know, whatevs. To each their own. But, you know, so how I started keto was, some people like to cold turkey it. I was a slow and steady person. I have anxiety, severe anxiety, and I was suffering with some major depression at the time, postpartum. So I was like, I'm not about to just jump into something and overwhelm myself and fail and give up. So I took it little steps at a time. I started eliminating sugar, right? And then I started eliminating bread. But, you know, I was drinking ketones at the time as well. So these were curbing my appetite, curbing my cravings. Like, they had electrolytes in them, so I wasn't craving sugar as much. I was getting more water in because I was drinking them. So it was, you know, probably a mixture of that and my willpower, because I was so miserable. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was on the couch all the time. You know, I had my gallbladder removed, and I had just struggled with my diet since then. So, you know, and it's just always been like this for me. So with my weight and my hormones and just my mental stability, and, you know, I was a hair away from becoming an alcoholic, and thank God the good Lord above basically made it to where I couldn't physically drink. My gut was in such bad health that I couldn't drink. It made me sick. So I literally was like that for about 6 years, and I got to a point about, I'd say 6 months ago. So that's about a little more than halfway into my journey. Sorry, y'all, I'm getting messages and having to exit out of them so that I can focus. So I was about 6 months into my journey when I finally was able to try a margarita and I didn't throw up. And, you know, I mean, that sounds crazy, right? Like, but I'm a mother of two. I needed a second, you know? And I needed something to relax, and I was so stressed out, and it was so hard. It was so hard. Everything was just hard. It was so hard. Everything was hard, right? I mean, I just felt like everything was jumbled in my head, and I just couldn't figure it out. And so, you know, I forgot where I was going with this. I'm rambling. So, you know, it just, the mixture of ketones and taking it easy, like, on myself, and knowing that if I fail, but I wake up the next day and I do it again, like, I just try again, like, that is the key. That is what unlocks the difference between and you only had one because I want like 15 marks. Yeah, I know. Well, it's gotten to a point where, like, once a month I'm like, I just kind of go all in and have like a pitcher of margs, and I'm like, okay, I'm good. You know, I got it out. But, you know, like, I know that there's some people out on my newsfeed, you know, they're sober, and, like, I'm not trying to, like, justify the ends to my means, right? But, like, as a mother, like, I just have to have a second. Like, you're smothered all day long with your children, and you're constantly disciplining and raising them and teaching them right from wrong and doing all the things. And then, you know, for me, on top of it, I'm a wife, you know, I have to cook the dinners, I have to make the lunches, I have to make sure my man is good, you know, like, I gotta spend some time with him and take care of him too, because he's my man. And that's what you do in a relationship. And then there's my mom, you know, she lives with me, and I love her dearly, and I want to help her, and I want to make her life as stress-free as I can. And so I'm juggling, right? And I'm also got this business selling ketones and trying to help people and trying to teach people the way and how to go. And so, you know, I juggle a lot every day, and I'm not perfect. You know, I break down, I scream, I yell, I snap, because we're all human. And I just wanted to come on and say, like, yes, I've been struggling, but I'm still here. I'm still showing up. I'm still doing the things. I'm still checking on my people, because no matter what situation I'm in, like, there's somebody out there who's going through it or has gone through what I've gone through. And I want people to know, like, it's not just all happy, fun, go me, right? Like, yes, I've had a huge transformation. My life is a 180 from what it used to be. My perspective has changed completely. But, you know, it doesn't mean there isn't struggles. It doesn't mean there isn't obstacles. You have to fight. You have to fight every day. Life beats you up, you know, and you have to keep going, and you have to run over the hurdles, find out the lesson, go keep doing the things, you know? So when I started keto, like, I just took it really slow. Like, for a week, I was like, okay, I'm not going to eat any chocolate at the end of the night for a whole week. And then I did that. And then I was like, okay, I did that. All right, so maybe I can do the bread. And mind you, I was drinking ketones the whole time, so that made a huge difference in my appetite and all those things, the energy level. When you're starting keto, you know, you get the keto flu, right? So you get sometimes you get nausea, dizzy, super tired, you know, no energy. And it's because your body's going through the detox phase of transferring from running on carbs and glucose for energy to fat and putting your body in ketosis. So the great thing about, you know, ketones is, like, you just skip it, you know? It gives you the energy that you may be lacking during that keto flu phase, or it gives you the whatever it is you need. I mean, it's got so many benefits. It gives me a better mood. It makes me focus better mentally. You know, it makes me feel happier. It makes me sleep better in the evenings, which probably does a lot for your mood, right? And your energy levels. So anyway, you know, I took it slow. I kept it under like 20, 25 net carbs, you know, for the first, look, when I started keto, I knew absolutely nothing. I did a ton of research. I looked up everything. So know that I've done a ton of research, behind all of this before I made a decision, because that's who I am. I'm a very detailed person. I need the nitty gritty, the details, the science. And so if you're like that, let me know in the comments, because I'm a super science nerd. I love that kind of stuff. And I worked in healthcare for a few years. So when I heard the word ketones, I was like, that sounds like interesting, right? So when I started looking into it, I was like, wow, this is incredible, right? You know, so anyway, so in the beginning, I did track my meals, because I had no idea. I had no idea how many carbs were in anything. I didn't even know what a net carb was. So I just did my homework. You know, if you really want to do this, do your homework. Like, there's groups out there. I have a group called Peace, Love, and Keto. Go and ask to be in there. I will add you. Like, it's open to everyone, even not keto people, vegans, anything, any paleo, whatever you eat, feel free to go into the Peace, Love, and Keto group. You know, post in there what you like, you know, and find a community. Find a community. If you're going on a journey like this, find a community, because you have to have support. I mean, it's crucial. It's essential. It is essential to have support during a journey like that. And so anyway, I am talking a lot. Thank you for hanging in there, guys. So yeah, so you keep the carbs down, and the ketones really help you, like, focus on what you're eating and really pay attention to that. And see, it's just shit show here. It's fine. This is life. So, you know, and you know, I wouldn't say I was like strict keto. I was probably just more like low carb, you know, because I wasn't heavily focusing on no preservatives or all organics, because I couldn't afford that, you know. And speaking on I can't afford that, let's have that conversation, because I get that question a lot. Is, you know, why are the products so expensive, like the ketones? Why, you know, why? And I'm like, you know, yes, it looks expensive. But you have to understand, this is a product made in a lab by scientists and doctors, which is an amazing thing. But, you know, that's not cheap to do. It's a naturally fermented process and all that. So, you know, it's a superior product. And here's the thing, is like, I easily spent $6 a day on freaking coffee, energy drinks, sodas. Even, I'm just talking about what you're buying at the grocery store, right? You're buying a 12-pack of sodas every 3 days, or I was, for me and Johnny, every 3-4 days. Sodas, energy drinks, junk food, sugary, fruity drinks, all the things that would make me feel like this and then crash instantly. I mean, I could literally drink a cup of coffee and go to sleep. I was at that point. And with this, didn't need a nap all day. For the first time in like 4.5 years since I had Willow, I didn't take a nap with them at 3 o'clock. And so, like, I mean, for me, that's worth it, you know. And if you really sit down and look at what you're spending on things that aren't healthy for you, I guarantee you it's more than $6 a day, because essentially that's what it costs to do this. And it looks like a lot when you're ordering in a big lump sum, but really, like, it's not when you think about it. And, you know, and any kind of thing that you want for your health is an investment. A gym membership, right? Healthier fruits and vegetables are going to cost more than Rice-A-Roni and Hamburger Helper. Like, that's the choices you make. And so I want to remind you that, like, it's not that you can't afford it. It's that you're choosing not to because either you're scared, something's holding you back. So you have to dig deep and figure out what it is you really want and if this is really the lifestyle you want, right? So that's just my little like soap opera on that. But, you know, keto can be as easy as you want it to be. Like, it's as simple as, like, tonight I'm gonna make hamburgers and Johnny's gonna have his hamburger on a bun and me and my mom are not. And honestly, I prefer the hamburger without the bun. It tastes better to me. I just add some lettuce, some tomatoes, some cheese, some bacon, and I'm good. Pickles, always pickles. Any pickle lovers out there, holla. I love pickles, I eat them every day. Good form of electrolytes too, by the way. It's probably why pregnant women crave them. Oh, and the folic acid, yeah, that's right. So, all right, anyway, I'm gonna have to hop off because my children are absolutely terrorizing each other. I mean, 1.5 and 4, like, I'm insane. I don't know what I was thinking, so, all right, pray for me. All right, you guys, I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. I just wanted to give you a quick update on my life, what's been going on. Just some heavy shit happening, but it's okay. I'm getting through it, and I just want y'all to know, like, when shit goes down in your life, like, stay consistent and continue to show up because it's therapeutic. It gets you through it, and it reminds you that, like, there is light at the end of the tunnel. You are going to make it. This is a storm you have to weather, and it's temporary, and you're going to get through it. So, peace, love, and keto, low carb, love, all that thing. You guys have a wonderful weekend, and I wish all the blessings, and I'm praying for everyone out there who's struggling and all the things going on in the world. It's hard. It's really hard right now, and I want you guys to know, like, I see you, and my heart is heavy because of that as well, and I just take it to the Lord, and I take it to God, and I hope that He can lead everyone to the path of love, and I promise to the world that I will create love in all forms through my children, and I will always show them that love is the only answer, and we always choose to take others in our hands, whether they're good or bad people. I genuinely believe that there's only a small percentage of genuinely bad people in the world. I think a lot of people just make mistakes and need to be forgiven. So I give that to God, and I hope that everyone stays safe out there, but make your voice be heard and do what's right in your heart. And I love everybody. And if you guys need any inspiration, just want to chat, need a friend, feel free to reach out. Please share this if you want to. No worries if you don't. And you guys have a wonderful weekend. Peace, love, and keto.